Welcome, welcome, welcome to Leaders in Purpose. This is Miss Lady Cece, and we want to welcome you to my show. Now, who is a leader in purpose? That is you, and me. We are all leaders in purpose, and we work with leaders in every sector. As Mr. Elijah Ali says, health, education, cultural development, human rights, human services, economic development, political education, and I added in spiritual enlightenment, arts and entertainment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We want you. Come on in. We have a wonderful, beautiful guest today. We have Goddess Queen Sister Friend, SiRayah Marcos, and she is going to tell her story. How are you, Goddess Queen?
I'm a goddess queen because I was born from a god.
That's
And my
right.
mom is a goddess queen. And when you put those two things together, you become one yourself.
I know that's right, honey. I know that's right. And how old are you?
14. I'm 14 years old.
She's 14 years old. She know who she is, where she going, and what she want to do. So we're going to hear from her. But first, what we're going to do before we do that, honey, we're going to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. What does that mean? That means whatever your operational Morandi is, whether it's the Bible, whether it's the Bhagavad Gita, whether it's the Torah. I have the 42 laws of Ma'at. Get one of your lines of operational Morandi. For instance, with the 42 laws of Ma'at, I will not do wrong, I will not steal, I will not act with violence, and I will not kill. Let's take that I will not kill. What does it mean to kill? To some, it means to unalive. But you know, you can do more than unalive when you kill someone. You can kill with your look. Honey, if looks could kill, honey, someone would be dead. You could kill with your attitude. Sugar, honey, you could kill with your tongue. Honey, talk about somebody so bad that, honey, their reputation will never, ever be good ever again, except if God intervenes. So if you did that to somebody, honey, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because whatever you do to somebody else, honey, it's going to come back to you. And it usually come back worse. So how do you check yourself before you wreck yourself? Think in your mind, did I follow that? If you followed it, give yourself the biggest hug in the whole wide world. But if you didn't follow it, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Think back of the best way to handle that situation, the better way to handle that situation. Think of the positive effect on yourself, think of the positive effect on others, and then give yourself a hug. Because guess what? When it comes back again, you're going to do it right. Next, we're going to do EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. Honey, this is used to ground ourselves, to just put our energy back into a positive state of mind. A lot of psychologists, psychoanalysts use this technique on their patients near and far. So let's go ahead and tap. It's called tapping. Let's go ahead and tap the top of our heads, the inside of our eyes, tap underneath our nose, tap our chin. Let's go ahead and tap our shoulders. Let's tap up and down our sides. Let's tap our wrists up and our wrists down. And let's go ahead on and tap all the way down to our feet on both sides. And let's shake it out. Don't that feel good? Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Honey, now. Oh, wait, we're just going to, one more thing. We're going to go ahead and give honor to the ancestors. A quick moment of silence, please. Let's welcome Goddess Queen Sister Friend. The reason why I say God is because when you look at the Bible, it's several scriptures that says we are gods, okay? In the Old Testament and the New Testament. Check it out. We're going to welcome Goddess Queen Sister Friend, Miss SiRayah.
Yes.
SiRayah Marcos. Goddess Queen Sister Friend, I am so glad you're here. Thank you for being on Leaders
I'm
in
so
Purpose.
glad you invited me here. Thank you.
You are
Yes,
so
I'm
welcome.
glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. This Goddess Queen Sister Friend, she is a what do you call yourself, a rapper or floater?
Poet.
She's a poet.
I'm a poet.
She's
I
a
do
poet.
poetry.
She does poetry. Can you go ahead and tell us something about a little bit about yourself and why you chose to do poetry and how you use it to do you use it to overcome? Do you use it to be victorious? And what are things you use in your life to have so that you could see yourself in a positive manner, making your own dreams come true right in the past, present, and the future.
So I'm SiRayah. I'm 14. My birthday September 20th. I was originally living with my mom in Starkville, Mississippi, which is like a little small town area, so there's not much for you to do down there. And I aspired to be an actor. I came down here with my dad, and he has his friend, Way of Life. And he's just a very inspirational poet. One day, he offered me to do a poetry class, and I was like, sure, why not? It's free, so like, who's going to turn that down? Um, and it's a group of us. It's a homeschool team, Omaha homeschool kids, and we do poetry, and we go to competitions and slams and stuff like that. I write poetry personally to get the words out to the world, like what needs to be heard. But the world isn't super accepting, not unless you put a twist to it. So what I do is I kind of call it cover up poetry, where you write about, like, for instance, I wrote a poem about Alice in the Wonderland.
Okay.
But I put hints of like the terrible place the world is in there. So people are gonna be like, oh, this is just a cute little poem. Like if kids were to hear it, oh, it's Alice in the Wonderland. But adults are like, oh, this is the world, because the world isn't very accepting unless you cover up. I do that, but not to where I'm like hiding my truth. I let it get out there. I let it be known. I let it be heard, because that's what the world needs to hear. The world needs to hear what you want to hear, what you want it to hear, and what you want to hear is what the world needs to hear. And I feel like everybody as a union, everybody in this world can work together to change this place, because everybody's always saying America's so bad, America's terrible. Well, you can't, especially if you're American, even though you hate it, this is your country.
Yes.
You don't hate the country, you hate the people. And you don't hate society because you are society. So what I do with my poetry is I want to get that message out there that we are society. We need to save our country and stop leaving it behind. You can't leave it behind, because how is it going to save itself?
So we don't hate the people, we just hate the things
that they do. Yes, the choices.
People do, the choices.
The choices people make. We hate the choices people make and what gives them that mindset. But everybody's energy feeds off of somebody else's.
Yes.
So one person does something and the other person gets upset about it. Well, the person that's upset will tell somebody else. Now they're upset and they know. Then they'll spread it, and it never ends. And then it comes back to that one person.
Yeah.
So now you're double angry. So we as a union, we as people or human beings feed off of each other's energy. So when we're constantly in anger or agony or just doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing, it will always find a way to come back to you.
Yes.
And it will make it 10 times worse than it was before. So my poetry, like, I like to put poetry out there that helps people to understand, like, hey, we do wrongs. We don't really focus on what needs to be focused on. But we are here to help each other. We are here. We can't live without each other. America isn't America without its people.
Exactly.
And America isn't bad. Nobody's bad. You can't be bad before you get to be good. So I like to focus my poetry more on social justice and changing the world that we're in.
Yes.
Because it can be better before it gets worse.
And that's so true. You said you use your poetry to change people and to change our society and the way people look at things so that our society can be better. Do you have some examples of your poetry that you can recite?
So yeah, we actually had competition. We went to preliminaries and we're making it to semifinals.
Oh,
so we have that. Thank you. I think it's April 14th through the 16th. And I have a piece called Alice Tumbling Down the Rabbit Hole that I can speak on really quick, because we did present it already, so I'm pretty sure I can do this.
Okay, great.
But it's called Alice Tumbling Down the Rabbit Hole, and it's based off of the movie Alice in the Wonderland.
Okay.
I've fallen down a rabbit hole quite a few times, past trees and flowers and tangled vines until the ground gives way, and I land in a place called Wonderland. You see, this world was different. It had animals who talked, a hatter who laughs himself mad, and a rabbit who runs with time. Time? The thief of the world taking what it wants when it wants it, and all you can do should never happen because you can't change the past. But you can learn from it. You see, this world taught me something. Fairy tales aren't all what they seem. I mean, of course there's a queen. What's a fairy tale without a queen? But oh, the queen. Let's talk about the queen. The higher power who chooses fear over love because she can't be loved. So she wreaks havoc on this wonderful world wonderland that we decide to wander in because we've fallen down the same rabbit hole one too many times. And nothing changes. So you begin to wonder, what's the point of this dream? Is it to stop the queen? But how do you stop something you don't believe? Is this a dream or a memory? Because here we are painting white roses red, each shade makes from someone else's head. Fear. anger, power. And you expect me to destroy the one thing she loves to end it all. God, this dream is a killer. This queen is the killer. And you expect me to kill her. She pollutes our rivers with bodies, blood bleeding through the water we drink, but still we settle for it because we fear the queen. God, I am tired of falling down rabbit holes, aren't you? This time I am not wandering. This time I am not dreaming. This time... Oh, I forgot. This time... Oh, I forgot.
That's okay. That's okay.
This time I am not wandering. This time I am not dreaming. This time I will destroy the queen because time is not a thief. Time is a gift. And each time you tumble down that rabbit hole and do nothing to change the world you're in, you run out. So don't run now. Stand. There are no kings and there are no queens, but there is we, and the world is ours. I may sound crazy, but then again, all the best people are.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah. I love the way you did that. I
Thank
love
you.
the way, even though this patriarchal society usually makes the woman the bad person.
Yes.
Makes her the demoness and the witch and all those negative things they did to cover up our godliness and our
Yes.
queenness. But you took that and you said, there is no king, there's no queen, it's just us. When we take off those
Exactly.
titles, when you take off those robes, it's just us. And we control who we are and what we do and what comes out of us.
Because at the end of the day, when a queen goes home, she's just a mother. Or
Yes.
she's just a human.
Yes.
Everybody is just a person. We're all just a soul in someone else's body.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
That's all. We're just people.
We're people.
No, nobody's higher than one person or lower than the other person. We're all just one.
We're one,
You know?
walking in our own giftings and talents.
Yes.
Helping others with those giftings and talents.
We're just a version of the universe.
Which is a version of the universe.
Yeah.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Now, how long have you been doing poetry?
Actually not long. I've been doing it for probably 5 months now, maybe 6.
What?
Yeah. So I originally I moved down here with my dad probably about, I don't know, like close to a year. And like a couple of months into that, like not a couple, but like some months into that, Way offered the opportunity, and I was like, well, why not? Like, there's some things I can do on the side. And I got into poetry. My first poem, we had an assignment, and it was about like things that you notice, like look deeper into something instead of just like, oh, you see a bird, you're gonna ignore it. Look deeper into that bird, you know?
Right.
What do you see? What does it see? And I wrote a piece about things that I see around the world and stuff. And they said it was really good. So I was like, okay, I'll keep doing it. I'll keep going for poetry. And I continued to write about some of the things I liked. Now, I found a pattern in how I like to incorporate fairy tales or child themes into what I'm talking about, because most children movies or nursery rhymes are not all what they seem. You know, there's always a crazy backstory to something. Everybody has their own backstory, so does the fairy tales.
It is.
And I like to add that twist into it because it seems like such a little innocent thing, but it's not.
It's life.
Exactly.
Actually.
So I found my way around that, and like some of the things I like the movie Alice in the Wonderland, or there's a movie called Coraline, my favorite movie. I'm wearing the earrings right now, but I kind of incorporate the things that I enjoy and how I like deep dive into those things to what I see, like what I get from it, you know. And I want to be an actor. I'm going to be an actor.
Actress.
And yes, and I like to analyze movies, overanalyze them. Like, this is the message I got from this, but this is also another message. Every movie has more than one meaning.
Yes, it does, actually.
And Alice in the Wonderland was actually a movie about a girl going into womanhood, but when I watched it, I was like, I see something totally different, you know? I see a girl fighting for the world, fighting for a world that she doesn't even belong in, but she's doing it because she knows that it's right. She knows that it can save lives that don't even belong to her. It doesn't matter if you're in this world or not. It doesn't matter if you're in this country or not. It doesn't matter. You can still save the world, because at the end of the day, we are all just people.
Yes.
We all need a little bit of help.
Yes, we do.
So
yes, we do.
I like to do that. I twist it in there a little bit. My group, I love my poetry class, Omaha homeschool team. We are a very great group, and it's like everybody's very great and amazing. All the other poets out there too. We're at preliminaries. We're great and amazing. Everybody is really good at what they're doing, and youth poets are definitely, they're definitely up there.
Yay, honey. Let's give a song for our youth poets. All right now. Yeah. Now you are homeschooled. Do you
Yes.
like homeschool?
Yeah, I do.
And have you ever went to public school?
Yes.
And the
So
differences, and what do you think about the difference? And
yeah. When I came down here, I went to Alice Buffett Middle School, and I went down. I was there for probably like 2-3 months actually, and I was in the, like the end of August kind of, because I came down here a little bit late. And my dad had to sign me up too. The school was great and stuff, but one thing I noticed was that it's more fun than learning, and everybody wants to have fun, like everybody wants to be excited and do all these fun things, but that's not what I'm in school, the teachers were way too comfortable, and they never really took their job like how they should take it. And no shade to the teachers, the teachers were actually very nice, especially Miss Lane, my Spanish teacher. She was very good at her job. Okay. Shout out Miss Lane. But it was just some teachers that were like, kind of like, you're not really focused on what you're supposed to be focused on here. You want kids to, especially my generation, you want us to grow up and, kind of change the world. You don't want things to be like how they are forever. You don't want war to be going on forever.
Exactly.
And you want these smart kids to grow up and be successful.
Yes.
Well, at first I was like, okay, this is fun. Like, I don't have to do no school. But then I was like, you guys are kind of setting me up for failure, I'm not focusing on what I should be focusing on. I'm not learning what I should be learning. When I get older, this is going to be gone. I can't say, oh, I'm a kid. I don't have to pay bills. I can just go home and have fun all day. No, I'm going to be an adult, and I'm not going to know what to do because I'm not learning.
Right.
So winter break, I asked my dad if I can do this online school called Estelis, which he does pay for. But he said, yeah, he agreed to it right away because he doesn't really believe in public schools because it's just part of the system, like just setting you up for failure, like I said.
Right. Whitewash truth.
Yes. Yeah. And so he said, yes, I'm doing this online school called Acellus, which is really great. It helps you to graduate early. You get all your credits, and you can still go to colleges, all of that. And it's a really great school. It's at your own pace. So you do have to do it on a specific, like Monday, you have to do all Monday's work, but you don't have to do it early in the morning. You can wake up any time of day and do that work. Just submit everything before 12 o'clock. And it's very great. The teachers are they record videos and teach you the lesson. So it's like easier. They're patient. There's not a class where they have to yell at certain students or somebody's distracted you. You get your work done and you focus more. Another thing I like about online school too is that there are no rules. Online school, public school, you have to ask to go to the bathroom. I can't go to school in my pajamas. I can't lay in my bed at school.
Okay.
I have to wait till lunchtime to eat. Well, when I'm online school, like at home, it's different from public school. I can go to the bathroom whenever I want. I can wake up, do my schoolwork, or I can wait till later. I can go eat whenever I want. I can go out, come back, and then finish my schoolwork, or have jazz music playing in the background or something. It's very easier when you're not told to abide by rules, like when you're not being controlled by something.
Exactly.
In public schools, you're being controlled. Like, you have to follow the rules, circumstances, or you're going to get in trouble. Like detention if you don't stop talking in class, or if you don't stop doing this or stop doing that, you'll get in trouble. Online school, I can talk to whoever I want, and nobody's going to tell me, oh, you got to stop talking to them, or I don't have to wait to eat, or I won't get in trouble for eating in class.
Right.
So it's very much easier. You get more work done. My GPA went up drastically. I don't know what it was in public schools, but I know it was bad. But now it's 3.87, so I'm very, I'm very glad about that. So I definitely say online school is way better for people who are actually trying to focus.
All righty, now. This is SiRayah Marcos and her story. And you know what? Parents, check online school, homeschool out, because I believe in homeschool too. I didn't get a chance to homeschool my daughters, but before they went to school, before they went to public school, you better believe they knew how to write, they knew how to spell, they knew the social security number, how to spell their name, they knew all their numbers, their colors could count to 1,000. Okay, yes. Honey, take care of business, and they were potty trained. I not send my children to school not potty trained. Okay. So I just like to give this young lady a hand.
Thank you.
You go with your bad self. I wish you the best in the whole wide world. Thank you so much for being on my show, and I would love for you to come back, honey.
Definitely.
Because we want to hear some more of your spoken word.
Definitely.
Your spoken word.
We have competitions coming up. I will come back and tell you if we won or not.
Please.
Semi-finals, and then we'll have finals if we win. Okay. I know we are. So
yes. It's a done deal, honey.
We're gonna win.
Honey,
we already won. Honey, congratulations.
That's it.
We already won.
They already won. Let's do it. I believe that too, honey. Say it and it is done,
We
sugar. Come on.
already
They
won.
are
So cheers
already
for
won.
Omaha homeschool team.
Woo! Cheers for Omaha Homeschool Team. Yeah,
And
yeah.
cheers for the other teams too, because you guys know you're great.
Yeah,
So
that's
cheers to
right.
them.
Cheers for the other competitors too. Yeah, so cold,
Yeah.
so cold.
So yeah.
Before we go out, we're going to go ahead on and ask you to go ahead and visit the North Omaha Visitor Center. And when you go there, you will see M.I. Y'all's books. He's putting out 22 books a month, y'all. Check this brother out. He rates 13 in the nation. We have A Kiss from Sis, Opposite Attract, Too Many, Too Much, The Four Ducks That Never Flew South, Who's Afraid of the Teeny Tiny Mouse, Terrence Bud Crawford, and many, many more. Check him out. And God's his kings and queens. So we talk about queens. I don't know if you ladies, you gods and gods, kings and queens know Queen Afua, but sugar, Queen Afua is the one. She helps us goddesses connect back to ourselves. She helps us to connect to our wombs so that we can stay healed and we don't. A lot of our women we die of fibroids. We a lot of our melanated women we die in childbirth. I think our childbirth death rate is higher than any race. We die, our children die. We have so many complications. This goddess teaches us how to connect back to our wombs, to connect back to our womanhood, and so that we can do all this and have babies, and we can grow in love and in light and in health, and in joy instead of in pain and sorrow and in sickness. Also, we have some other books that we want the community to read because you won't see these books at the library. You won't see, except you'll see it at the African American Bookstore on Lake, but you won't see them in the library. You won't see these books at the colleges. You won't see these books at the bookstores. Um, okay. Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay. This one here, What Blacks Owe to Each Other with Mr. Randall Robinson. A lot of us are affected by the Willie Lynn syndrome, and we do each other worse than the non-melanated people do us. Let's stop. We owe something to each other. Let's check this book out. We also have When We Ruled. When they talk about the matriarch, they talk about demonism. They talk about um, uh, um, demonism, magic, and just all kind of stuff. But honey, I'm gonna tell you, when we ruled, that's how civilization was built. This was built by the matriarch, the melanated matriarch, Old Kemet. We talked about Old Kemet before with the 42 laws of Ma'at. This is when civilization was built, and it was built because of peace. Check out this book by Robin Williams, When We Ruled. It's not what they tell you it is. The matriarch is not what they say it is. Also, Black AF history. This history has been with melanated people. Thank you. History with melanated people have been whitewashed. There's so many things that we did, and you look at every system, whether it's arts, entertainment, whether it's spiritual science, whether it's math, geometry, astronomy, sociology. Melanated people, we are the ones that built it. The book From Civilization to Barbarianism, Before the Mayflower, Black Labor, White Wealth. It wasn't about slavery. All these are books that tells the factual history and not the whitewash history. Thank you so much for supporting me, Miss Lady CC, with Leaders in Purpose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You, and you. Miss SiRayah, Goddess Queen, Sister Friend, SiRayah,
SiRayah.
SiRayah, and myself, and also her father. We are all leaders in purpose. We'll see you next time. Have a blessed day.